Well, hello, my soul friends. It is Victoria on Tuesday Live, and I didn't have a chance to put this out earlier, so I don't know that anyone's going to be with me, but this is going to be short and sweet because I don't know how you're doing, but I've had a day, and I'm actually feeling a little unwell, feeling a little nauseous, and pregnant with possibilities, I think. Anyway, I'm going to go through my Tuesday live format. I think this may be the last one for a little while. I'm gonna sort of I'm gonna sit with if I want to continue, and it may just be a once a month thing that I do instead of every week because every week I was finding I've been having some challenges finding where to put my clients. So my clients getting in sooner than later is a priority. This is a priority. I mean, I really have enjoyed these lives. I have a few regulars that show up with me, but it's feeling like as we are on the precipice of a full moon, are you noticing things that are being brought to your awareness that maybe it's time to choose to let go of, to shed, to release? Full moons do show us, they point out, what's not working and what could work better, especially if you've set a new moon intention that's now culminating to this full moon. The intentions have to find a way, create a path. And sometimes we have things in the way of our way. So maybe you're in a time of thinking about what do you need to release in order to bring more of your unique and beautiful light. So I want to start with a little meditation because it's a good way to start, and I'm needing one. And then I have a little poem to read to you. And if anybody joins me, I'll chat with you. And if not, um, I'm just going to send you off with a little poem, okay? And wishing you well. If you stop on this video on the replay, I'd love, love, love to know how you're doing. How are you navigating your world as a soul having a human experience? What are you noticing? The space, this channel, my life's work is all about that. Connecting with those who resonate, resonate. I think I heard someone say resonate like that recently, resignate. And I was like, do they mean resonate? And then I just said it. Anyway, resonate with what I'm saying and my work. Maybe you can visit my website, Victoria Jaswick, at, oh, hi, Jamie. Hi. One of my people are here. VictoriaJaswick.com is my website. You can always email me at thesoulnurturer at gmail.com. And how are you doing, Jamie? I was just saying I'm going to keep this short because I'm feeling a little under the weather today. I've got a little bit of a tummy bug today. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to drop us into a quick meditation. If you're watching the replay for the meditation, it'll just be short 5 minutes or so. I invite you to pause the video and go get yourself set up to drop into your inner world and take this time for you. Okay? You're doing great. Yay. Are you noticing, feeling the full moon, the waxing moon? It'll be full on the 23rd. Oh, I did want to say something about this for some of my regular viewers. I uploaded, or I created a video like 3 days ago or 2 days ago. And I'm going to tell you the truth. This is me and being transparent. Being on camera and doing videos is not super comfortable for me. I don't do it for fun. I do it for a soul call. Like, I feel like maybe I have something to contribute and something to share. And yet it doesn't flow as easily as it does when I'm in sessions. I don't know why. There's something about that. That's why I'm here practicing. I keep thinking it's going to kick in just as it does in my sessions, where I'm just feeling like in the flow with the words, with what I want to share. So oftentimes when I sit down to do a video, I have this kind of a philosophy agreement that I do one take. I sit down, I know what I want to say, and I do my best to express all of that. So I did a video and I went into, no, it's not quite what I wanted to say. And there are some mistakes. This happens when you are live or when you do a one take video. And so I decided, no, I'm going to redo the video. So the next day I tried to do the video, and this really speaks to being in Gemini season as well, which we are in now, being like, it felt like really frenetic energy, like, oh, I need to do this differently. I have kept getting all these ideas about the video. So I sat down to record a video, and it was like 7 tries. I had one distraction after another. It's like, okay, I'm just going to finish this, put the video up. And I went ahead and posted that video, and some people liked it and commented and thank you. But it was just this niggling thing about, I think I like the other video better. This is Gemini, this or that. Either or both and. I thought about leaving the other video up and putting the new one up, but I took it down and I uploaded a new video today, which was my first video. So for those of you who watched the other video, you're probably confused. That was me trying to figure out which video I wanted. And this is Gemini can feel like indecisive, just like Libra. I think I should do this, or no, I want to do this because you have more information to sort through. So anyway, if you watched the previous video, thank you for your comments. Go watch the new one. It might be similar, but it's a little different. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, let's drop in to a meditation. And it's been great is the lives have been lining up with the lunation cycle. The last 2 have been right on the lunation cycle. This one is a couple days out. The full moon in Sagittarius is happening on May 23rd at 6:23 a.m. Pacific time. So it's 3 days before and 3 days after it's active. So especially obviously on the day of. So okay, let's turn within for a moment and just turn away from the external noise and drop into your inner world to cultivate some joys. I love to play with words. To really be present to our inner worlds, the one world we get to manage, the one world we have ultimate control over. And often the world, the body, our own souls, our own hearts that get overlooked because we're so engaged in the external world, especially with social media stuff. It can really pull you in, can it? So just be present here now, to you, to your heart, to your soul. And I invite you just to notice how your body is doing in this moment, where you're holding tension, what you notice. I'm noticing I needed to take a sip of water before I started. I'm a little thirsty. Noticing what you notice about this beloved companion called your body. The longest relationship you'll have in your lifetime. Most intimate relationship with yourself. And yet we can neglect ourselves again because our attention is so externally focused. Just dropping into your inner world with curiosity, with compassion. How's your body feeling? How's your energy? How's your mind? Is it busy? Is there a lot of chatter? Or are you able to get to a still point? Those of you who meditate on a regular basis can drop right into that sweet spot. Just drop right into beyond the chaos of the world, into that still place of trust and knowing that something beautiful is unfolding through all of us and through our collective world that we share. So in this inner world, we could call in what we need so that we can cultivate that and then contribute it back to the world we share, the collective. So I invite you to just breathe in what you need in this moment. And imagine just breathing in the energy of that and let it just saturate every cell of your body. Or maybe you could imagine just breathing that into your heart and inviting the heart to flow that through the bloodstream, nourishing and nurturing your body. What do you need? It's always important to start there. what we need, and when needs aren't met, we create beliefs around that. This is when we're younger and say a need wasn't met, we create a belief around that need not getting met, like I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I don't matter, all these negative core beliefs, or I like to call them the lies of the mind. In the word belief, the word lie is right in the middle. What lies of the mind are we still holding on to? This full moon in Sagittarius is going to expand our belief system, expand, help us look where we need to look, and give us choice for something different. Choice of beliefs that free us from our limitations, that free us from the stuck places, and let us be free to be our authentic selves. And that is really the whole goal of transformational work. So, what do you need? And imagine now you're connecting with your higher self or your soul or God, however you want to connect. And you're getting a reflection, a reminder. I call them soul reminders of something you need to be reminded of in this moment, right where you are on your journey. Soul reminders are compassionate, and they are inviting you to your authentic experience, your authentic soul experience. So listen for a moment and invite in with presence. I'm listening. What does my soul want me to know or remind me of in this moment? And just sit with that for a moment. And now just be curious about what possibilities will arise for you during this full moon in Sagittarius. And what areas of your life do you need to expand, break free, speak your truth, cultivate more joy, live from a place of gratitude? And something I didn't mention in my full moon video is I feel Sagittarius is the eternal child. So, where do you want to play? Play in your life more, adventure in your life more, expand out of your limitations with joy and gratitude. And imagine that's the place you live from. That's where you live and have your being from, and all that you desire. And last thing, just put your hand over your heart and make that real connection to your soul, your body, your inner world with gratitude. And when you're ready, come on back. Okay. I needed that. I just had one of those days. It was nonstop and there was a lot of intensity. We have, let's see, this one at a point. Oh, Sun trine Pluto today. So that can bring up intensity, just another deep dive into what we need to look at, what's not working, what would work better. I feel like a lot of times when I do these videos, when I'm live or I do my videos, I'm repeating because it's like, when they say when you write a song, there's only so many notes, and there's only so many themes. Same with writing a story, there's only so many themes. It's the same with our inner work, our soul work. There's these same ideas that keep getting repackaged in new ways. It's so funny. I've been doing this work for so long now, 25 plus years. 30 when I first started training and starting my professional training career. Um, and now I have a lot of younger clients. They'll go like, "Oh, I heard of this really cool new thing, and this is this new thing." And I'm like, "Yeah, that new thing is something we've been talking about for years. And we used to call it this, but I think it's been rebranded as that. But hey, whatever works, whatever serves, right? That's how it goes." So, all right, I don't really have, a lot to share. I'm going to read a poem. I had two poems on my mind to read, and one of them I know I've read before, but it's so perfect for the full moon in Sagittarius. Um, you know, Actually, both of them are, so maybe I'll read them both. Another thing to think about for this full moon in Sagittarius is really empowered self love. Jupiter conjunct Venus, loving ourselves forward, loving ourselves into our possibilities, and giving gratitude in advance. I think I mentioned that in my video. It's so important. Give thanks in advance for what you're trying to co create, that you're trying to manifest. Give thanks and then live from that way of being, that state. That's, like, what would it be like to have the thing you're imagining you want? How would that feel? Hold that state. How will it feel to have a partner that you are perfectly aligned with? Feel that now. How will it feel to live in the house of your dreams? Feel that now. Live from that place now, right? This is how we create our future. Like Deepak Chopra, I often quote, he said, if you want to know what your past beliefs were, look at your current circumstances. If you want to know what your future is going to be like, look at your current beliefs. And this is really the full moon in Sagittarius is inviting us to look deeper, always, but deeper. Expanded awareness about what you believe, about yourself, about your life, the story of your life, about your possibilities, about your faith. I I'm trained as a Jungian based spiritual director. What does that mean? you know, when I first heard about spiritual direction, I thought, well, that's cool, that's interesting, but I'm not just on a I'm not I'm often just on a Christian path, but I've studied Buddhism and Taoism and Judaism and all kinds of faiths. I love faith. So spiritual direction, traditionally, I think, was more connected to the Christian faith. But the type of spiritual direction that I was trained in was more from a soul perspective. I studied at Hayden Institute for 2 years. I love the school, and they did dream work. I learned more about dream work and um, all kinds of beautiful soul connection, expanding soul awareness. And through that, also, the Jungian work is, to quote Jung's famous quote of, to bring the unconscious to consciousness, right? So um, I love to talk to people about their faith. What do you believe? I've worked with lots of people, and I remember years and years ago, I think I wasn't even, it wasn't a session, it was just a conversation, which is what I do in general when I'm meeting people or I'm getting to know people. I want to know, what do you believe? I've been this way since I was a kid, by the way. This is my Sagittarius influence, Venus and Mars in Sag, and that's the feeling of this full moon. Really curious. A full moon is when there's an opposition between the sun and the moon. The sun is in Gemini. We're in Gemini season now, all the way until June 20th. And on the May 23rd, we have the full moon. Jupiter at 2 degrees of Gemini, opposite moon in Sagittarius. Did I say sun in Gemini? I hope so. So funny. I've been so foggy this last week, and I have a new word for that. This is the level my brain has been for the last week. And it is, I said to my husband, I'm so fuzzy. And it's a combination of the word foggy and fuzzy. Fuzzy. Anyway, anybody else? We also have an aspect too, with Neptune. And let me look at that real quick. We have Jupiter sextile Neptune. So again, Jupiter expands. Neptune, what does Neptune do? It's like the kind of fuzzy. It's kind of, it's our spirituality. It's our spirit. It's otherworldly. So It's not grounded in the earth, right? So even though Jupiter, yeah, so Jupiter is still in Taurus, it's about to go in Gemini. So I think when that happens, we're going to have even more, just so much growth of possibilities because we're going to have more ideas. Like, I didn't think about that, and expanded consciousness to make different choices. So, okay, I see there are a couple people here. Jamie has said hello. Who else is with me? Probably my husband. Sometimes he watches. Is that you, babe? Anyway, I'm going to read a couple poems, and then unless there are any questions, I'm just going to say I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Like I said, I'm deciding how often I'm going to do these lives, probably once a month, and I will decide and announce that next time. Okay, let me get my poem out. I think I'm going to read both because both were calling to me today. So this one is a poem by Derek Walcott. And this is in honor of Venus conjuncting Jupiter. I think that before we do any new big adventure, we have to fall in love with ourselves and our potential and grow that. So this is what this poem speaks to. All right. The time will come when, with elation, you will greet yourself arriving at your own door in your own mirror, and each will smile at the other's welcome and say, "Sit here, eat." You will love again the stranger who was yourself. Give wine, give bread, give back your heart to itself, to the stranger who has loved you all your life, whom you ignored for another, who knows your heart. Take down the love letters from the bookshelf, the photographs, the desperate notes. Peel your own image from the mirror. Sit, feast on your life. I love that. Feast on your life. And it really speaks to, I mean, the way that I interpret this poem. And that's the beautiful thing about poems, right? Is that we can interpret them. They meet us right where we are, you know? What message isn't, what message arrives through a poem is what your soul is wanting you to remember or be reminding you of, or just point you in the direction of, right? That's the beautiful thing about soul work. It's so unique to the person because your soul is so unique. Okay, let me read the other one. And then I'm going to, Jamie, do you have any comments or any questions? This is it's all you. Whatever you need, I'm here for you. So if you have any questions or comments, let me know. Okay, you can see I'm low energy. My energy is dropping right now. After talking all day too, I've got a little bit of a scratchy throat and I feel a little bit of a tummy bug, like a little nauseous. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, let me go to this other poem. Back here. Okay, and you know what? I need some lip balm. I always forget to do this before I come on. Live and real with Victoria. Okay, this poem I know I've read so many times. I often read it around new moons or the new year or the new astrological year in April. But it feels so aligned with this full moon in Sagittarius. So if you haven't already, go to my Instagram. I'm doing new things there, and subscribe or whatever it's called there. Follow. I don't know, but it's called my name there is I Am the Soul Nurturer, and on Instagram I Am the Soul Nurturer. And I've been putting up reels on Mondays, trying to feel into the astrological weather for the week, and then kind of put posts that are supportive to the journey that we're on. So you can go check out that, and then also go watch the full moon video, the new one I put up. All right. For a New Beginning, John O'Donohue. In out of the way places of the heart where your thoughts never think to wander, this beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you were ready to emerge. For a long time, it has watched your desire, feeling the emptiness growing inside you. noticing how you willed yourself on, still unable to leave what you had outgrown. So much for this full moon. Still unable to leave what you had outgrown. It watched you play with the seduction of safety and the gray promises that sameness whispered, heard the waves of turmoil rise and relent, wondered would you always live like this? Then the delight when your courage kindled and out you stepped onto new ground, your eyes young again with energy and dream. Very full moon in Sagittarius. Your eyes young again with energy and dream. A path of plenitude opening before you. Very much Jupiter in the picture. A path of plenitude opening before you. Though your destination is not yet clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning that is at one with your life's desire. Isn't that just everything? I just love it so much. I love John O'Donohue. Okay, well, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for being with me. And I know, like, when you watch this video, and maybe Jamie, go to the video after it's uploaded and put your request in for the one Tuesday of the month. Is it the first Tuesday? Not the first Tuesday. That doesn't work for me. It would be the second, the third, or the fourth Tuesday of the month for my once a month live. What would work? Or if there's another day of the week, so far it doesn't have to be Tuesday, it could be Thursday. Maybe Thursday would be better. Let me know what you would prefer, what works for you, and then I'll decide around that. Okay. Peace be with you always. And as we move towards this beautiful full moon in Sagittarius, may your heart's desires be fulfilled in ways that are so unexpected and such an enormous blessing for you in your life. Okay, take good care until next time. Thanks, Jamie. I appreciate you. All right, bye-bye.